First X Games was 1998. I got in as an alternate. I think it was actually like Herb Hill was invited and he didn't go. So I got in there. My first time to San Diego and competing right there in Mission Bay, and it was just cool. Just the feeling of being at the X Games was just kind of surreal to me, and especially that first year that I was competing a lot, because I spent that whole year just really geeked out on everything. Just being a part of that scene at the time, like doing contests with like TJ Lavin and Fuzzy Hall and Brian Foster. I was just totally geeked out just to be there, and then I made finals. The only television clip that I got from that contest was me crashing, but nevertheless, it was just cool. It was cool to be there and be a part of everything that X Games brings to our sport. I was always nervous. I still get nervous. That's one thing that's never changed. When they call your name and it feels like the whole world stops and all eyes are on you, yeah, I get super nervous, still to this day. So yeah, I can only imagine as a 17-year-old kid, I was probably just shaking in my shorts. So as I progressed in my riding, the contest results for me started to get a little bit better. Between the years 2001 and 2006 were the years that I really felt like I was a strong competitor, like I had a good chance to podium or possibly even win. I would say for a couple of those years, I got 2 third places and I got 2 second places. And the last second place that I got was in 2005 when I got the silver medal behind Corey Bowen. And it was crazy because he was the last guy to go in the contest, and I was leading the entire contest up until his last run. So I was like in line to win the X Games. He did well, I ended up with second place, and I got the silver medal that year. I was happy. So it's 2015 now, 10 years after my last medal at an X Games. At this point in my career, I'm just happy to be involved. I ride the way I ride, I like the way I ride. If I get an X Games invite, that's cool. If not, no hard feelings. I never thought in a million years I would be back in that position where I could possibly win it again. Especially with the level of riding, with like your Kyle Baldocks, your Mike Huckers, and all the other crazy guys. But there was a chance in 2015 that I was gonna win. And I knew that Hucker and I knew that Baldock were gonna beat my score, but at the same time, just to be in that position 10 years later, to have that feeling all over again, it was really surreal. It was a welcome feeling. I felt like a kid again, because I didn't really do anything different. I just rode how I rode. You know, sometimes the judges like it, sometimes they don't. And again, no hard feelings if they don't, but it was just surreal to be back in the mix like that again. Ended up getting third place. Baldock won, Hucker got second, I got third, I got the bronze medal. I got to do the whole podium thing again. Man, it was just crazy to be back in that position. In the first couple of years when I was getting consistent podiums at the X Games, I would never train before any contest. I rode a certain way back then. I would go to the trails and I would just rifle through all my tricks, ride with my friends. I never really took it that seriously because I knew if I kept certain tricks fresh, then they would just be there. But now, as a guy in his mid-30s, when I go to the trails, I just cruise. I do certain tricks, but I don't go out of my way to do all my tricks. For the most part, I just cruise, or I'll just go to the concrete park and just cruise with my buddies. So when I got the invite for 2015, I remember I was like, wow, there's a lot of tricks that I haven't done in a really long time. And I went to Woodward, and I rode with Anthony Napolitan, and just kind of brushed up on some tricks. And I know the hardcores are gonna have a field day with that, but definitely went to Woodward and trained. But whatever, I was happy I did that.